The first color painting assignment is a still life with fruits. You can select one of the reference images or Google your own. You can use the search term fruit photography for better quality images by creating a print A4 sized canvas. Make it landscape. I created a portrait, so I'll turn it from image rotation. Then I'll add the model on the canvas. File, place embedded. I select the file and click place. I can now move and scale the image. Remember to press Shift when scaling. I put the model on the top left corner. I'll go back to the background layer for painting. I view the swatches panel and select from the burger menu large thumbnail. I also like to keep the swatches on the left, whichever rocks your boat. Then I'll select a large, round, hard brush. I'll once again check the second row of the brush menu. The rightmost of the buttons is pressed, smoothing is down to 0, flow up to 100%, and the opacity whatever I want it to be. Remember to check the brush pressure. I'll start the painting by toning the background. The paint goes underneath the model because the model is its own layer. I mix the colors straight on the canvas. I'll start to paint the fruits. I start with the color of the shadow of the object. In my case, it's brown. On most of the exercises, we paint light colors on top of dark backgrounds. This is similar to oil or acrylics. I only paint a part of the dynamic range at a time, so I don't paint the lightest colors in the beginning, but build up the color step by step. I'll first pluck the orange areas and then start to add up the yellows. I try to keep the areas quite opaque. The colored areas are like blobs. I move the reference image so that I can paint the leaf. The form of the fruit isn't that important, but some of the positions are really important. For example, where the stem starts compared to the whole of the fruit. Otherwise, the perspective of the fruit doesn't work. Again, I tried to mix the colors with 30% opacity and paint them with 70% opacity, working to the positive and negative directions. I first place the lighter colors and then blend them to the directions I want, normally away from the light source. I add some details on top of the fruits. I notice that the color of the fruits is wrong. I need to make it more red. I make it with a red glaze. I select a saturated red, set the opacity down to 10, and paint with one brush stroke over the fruits. I pay a lot of attention to the color of the fruits. The leaves are called gray-green. The light areas of the fruit are yellow, and there's some greenish colors on the bottom of the fruits. It feels like the stem is in the wrong place. I make the fruits larger to the right. I shave the light area to have a tighter edge than the shadow side. I move the big leaf a bit to the right. The last thing is to add some white to the reflections. I put some light on the bottom and then dab some spots for it to create some texture. This painting can be quite rough. Just focus on the areas mentioned on the video. There should be details only on the important areas, like on the reflections and in the stem of the fruits.